What are we doing today, Imogen?
We're going to make our first candle.
Okay, so do you want to tell everyone what oil you've chosen?
Beach Paradise.
Right, so that's going to be for our very first candle. So we're going to make 2 8-ounce candles, roughly, and what size are they, do you know? Half.
2 half candles.
4-ounce candles, so half the size of this. And for these smaller ones, we're going to try 2 wick sizes. So I've labelled them, otherwise we won't know what they are. And for the big candles, I've only got 1 wick, so hopefully it's okay, but if not, we can order in bigger and smaller ones. So 1 normal wick and 1 wooden wick, which we're going to have to dip in wax because this is just natural plain wood. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is to prepare our wicks. So do you want to stick, if you do a couple and I do a couple, these,
on the bottom?
We stick them onto the bottom, yeah. And then we can get our tins ready. So get everything ready before, before we melt the wax. Yep, that's alright. So just take a sticker and you pop it on the bottom. That's it, and then you peel the paper off, yeah.
And you stick it on the bottom?
And stick it right in the middle of the tin. That's it. And then I won't stick this one in yet because we need to dip that in wax. Just stick it on. Oh. Pop it in the middle.
It's fiddly.
That's it, fiddly. So they're just stuck on like that. Okay, so that's for that one, but we'll do that in a bit. So next we need to weigh out your wax. So let me get the bag of wax for you because it's quite heavy. Whoa. Right, so we're using AAK Golden Wax 464, the European version that's made in Sweden. And I've worked it out, we're going to need 621 grams. So this is our double boiler, and we've already put in some water in between the 2 walls. So the easy way to switch your balance on and have it 0 is just to put what you want to weigh on already.
So it scales it as
so
0
and then now you
on.
press it on, it will 0 with the weight of that. So you don't need to 0 it again. Okay, so I haven't got a scoop, but I think we can just...
I've got a mini scoop.
You've got a mini scoop?
Yeah.
Do you want to go and get your mini scoop?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so small. Just come and use your hands. It's in flakes anyway. We'll have to get a scoop. So we want 621 grams. So just put it in so it says 621. And you can use that little scoop for ages. 621. That's it. And there you do it. Is it fun? But yeah, probably we should get a scoop.
So it's not so messy.
Yeah, I mean, we have a scoop somewhere, but I can't find it. But we'll tidy up the bits later. I don't even know if it's going to fit in here. Let's have a go. I think it will, when it melts, it's going to, see, it's really quite full, but we might be all right. You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, it's gone up quite a bit. No, keep going. Because I think there's obviously a lot of airspace around the flakes, so just keep going. You're so far away, you don't need to worry about overshooting. And even if you overshoot, you can take it out. It's not melted yet. Okay, a bit more. Okay, so just take off. It doesn't have to be. See, we've got some bits on there. That's gonna. Oh. Anyway, I think that's okay. 61. It's gonna be, you know, a gram here or there isn't really gonna. It's not that precise. Okay, let's move this up the way. We scoop our precious wax back in.
Why is it precious?
It was very expensive. Because you know when you said, oh, these are like really small in the first video, that's because compared to like the huge shop candles, we're making it out of a really good wax and really good fragrance oils. And
So you don't want to use
they cost
too
more.
much
So
at
you don't want to
once.
use too much because when you want to sell them, not many people want to spend like maybe £50 on a candle. And for testing, we don't really want to be making huge ones because we have no idea how it will turn out. So when we're testing, we're just going to make smaller candles. Right, so what do we do next? You weighed out your wax.
We need to melt it.
We need to melt it. So let's head over to the hob and get it melted. And we need to melt it to about, well, we add the oil at 70 degrees, or maybe that's what we can do first. This is a sample, it's 50 grams and we need just over, so I think we're gonna go, so I'm aiming for 8% amount of oil in the candle wax. So
We're going to use the whole bottle.
I think we'll just pour in the whole bottle. But what happens is if we pour it into here and then pour it into here, every time you lose a little bit. So I think because this is just about enough, it's gonna be just under 8%, but that's fine. We'll dump the whole thing in, but we need to go and melt the wax first. So let's go and do that. All right, so we're in the kitchen where our hob is. So we'll put the double boiler on here and we'll turn it on. Oh, and hopefully, yeah, I think that will just vent itself. And we'll warm the wax up to, what did I say? 70, 80 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how hot it needs to be to add the oil. So we'll see you back when it's starting to melt. So we're at about 34 degrees and starting to melt down. How's it going?
It's going well.
Can you see the max? It's melting?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah, you can see it's melting in the middle. All right, keep it on. We have to make sure we don't get it too hot. We don't want to boil. The whole idea of this double boiler is we don't heat the wax up too much. But of course, we need it to melt and be hot enough to put the oil. It's getting there. What temperature does the thermometer say?
39.
39. Wow, so we're about halfway. So there's our wax, it's getting there. So we're at temperature. Actually, we didn't realise the thermometer hold temperature was pressed, but it's at 80 now, so it's just nice. So I'm going to dip this. Oh, I don't know how to dip that in. I need some little tongs while the wax is hot. And dip. That would do it. Drop the whole thing in the wax. It's definitely coated now. So I think we needed about 54 grams or 56 of oil, and this is 50, so it's just about enough. And it's all we have of that tester anyway, so...
Should I put the whole bottle in?
Not yet, let's just let it cool down a little bit. Okay, so we're just about at temperature now. So we need to put in the fragrance oil. And really should wear gloves for this. Are you okay to do it? Just make sure you don't drip it. Let me get the lid off.
You pour it
and
in.
just pour it in gently and gradually. That's it. That's it, it's pouring in. Just keep pouring it in because I don't need to drip it onto your hands. And I'll set a timer for 2 minutes. And you do stir it, you need to keep stirring it so that the oil mixes in with the wax. That's it. All right, so the good thing about this double boiler is it's keeping the temperature pretty consistent. So that's kind of 75. So do you want to put, let's take this sticker off. But you're gonna pop that on. So you just put the middle hole on and then sit it down. And then you see there's a little groove there. We'll have to figure that one out to get it. Maybe a different kind of clip. Okay, so you should move those out of the way. If we pour the wax into here, and then, oh, we're missing one container. There. So I'll pour the wax into here.
We need to stand where we pour it in.
The stand? Not while we pour it in. The stand's just for you to, so if you get that all mixed. And then maybe what I'll do, I'll hold it and you can press the trigger. Because if you drop this accidentally, then we're going to have wax everywhere. Hopefully I don't accidentally drop it either. But oh, we need the scales. Can you just run and get the scales? Oh, yep, those are the scales. Move that out of the way. Okay, so just to have an idea of the weight. So if you pull the lever and do it together slowly. Okay, and so it goes to 115. You manage? Need help? Stop. Hang on, let me just take a face. Because I think maybe we won't be able to. Let's just do 80 because we need a bit of space. We can't fill it all the way to the top. Does that make sense? Because then if you're using the lid, you can't.
The wick won't.
Yeah, it will squash the wick. Okay, so if you press the trigger, we'll head for 80. Slow down. Okay. Oh. Okay, perfect. And we'll straighten the wicks in a minute. And then this one, 225, but do you want to press tear and then?
What does tear mean?
0. Okay, so you're going to press that down?
What one's this?
225. But we might need to put in less. So don't go all the way to, okay, 150. What was the other one? 80?
Yeah.
So let's do 160, so it's double. Stop, you've overshot. Never mind. Doesn't matter too much because these are our first tests. But when you get close to the number you need, slow down because if it's pouring out really fast, you can't. Right, you 0 that again. Press to tear. Let go. That's it. If it's going really fast, you won't be able to control it, will we? We might have some extra wax. Okay, so 160. Keep going. You can just go until it's close, yeah. Don't have to be scared. Just once you get close, once you get to like 150, stop. You're doing the opposite. When you're far from it, you're putting in it slowly, and when you're close to it, you're going fast. $160, yeah. roughly. Pop that on here. Right, so that is, I think, that's not going to drip, it's pretty good. What we'll do is we'll straighten the contrast. I think the wood wick's going to be fine, but these ones, while it's I'm gonna say wet, while it's melted, let's straighten up the wicks. Can you see it's a bit crooked? So it's not. Oh yeah, I'll just leave that one over and I'll keep it straight. That's it. Our first candles. What do you think? You like the smell?
Yeah.
I thought it would be stronger smelling, but I guess you don't want it too. I think once it's lit, when it's burning, you dip your hair in. When it's burning, it's going to be stronger. So I guess you want it to be filling the room, but you don't want it to be so strong that you can't breathe. That would be the opposite problem. Yeah, so we'll let these harden, let them set, and then what happens after that? Do you know? Right, so something called curing needs to happen, which is, I think it's when the oil sets in with the wax, because it's like chemistry, and you need to leave, I think, 1 to 2 weeks before you can test the smell. But I think after a couple of days you can do a lighting test to make sure the wick is the right size for your candle and doesn't burn with too small a flame and doesn't burn with too big a flame, because either one of those is no good. But we need to wait.
And if you don't trim this, the flame might get really big.
Yeah, but that's when you're using it, and sometimes people don't realise and they don't trim it, and then they get a big fire in their house. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching our second video. Hope it's been good. Give us a like if it has, and if you've got any comments, feel free to write them in the comments, and Imogen will answer them, or I'll answer them. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, which we'll put a link to when it's ready. What will the next one be? Probably testing the burning. I'm not sure how long we'll leave it.
Maybe trimming and testing?
Yeah, we'll trim the wicks. We'll probably have to trim the wicks once the wax has hardened, so that we can put the lids on. And then I think keeping it closed will help keep the smell in, so that we don't lose too much of the perfume or the scent. And yeah, we'll figure out how many days we're going to let them rest before the burn test. And then I don't know how long to leave it before we do the scent test. A week maybe? Okay, so we'll say bye for now. All right, see you next one. Bye.